Congratulations are in order for Amina Yuguda. Some of you may be familiar with her work on Gotel television in northern Nigeria. She's just won the BBC World News Komla Dumor Award, which means Amina will spend 3 months here at the BBC. Now, the prize was set up in memory of our friend Komla, who presented this very program with such distinction and tragically died 3 years ago. Well, we spoke to Amina before the ceremony, and she explained why winning the award means a lot to her.
In the old days, there were fewer people from Africa telling African stories. It was usually a foreigner telling you what it's like to be a Nigerian or to be in Nigeria. So we do have more people from Africa telling Africa's stories. And I would like to see more of a balance, because there's so many sad stories coming out of Africa. If you've never been to Nigeria, for instance, you'd think the whole country was suffering from the ravages of Boko Haram, but that's not the case. If we could link all of the negative stories to humans who are experiencing those things and then balance things out, it would be very refreshing for us to see.
What stories are you passionate about? What would you like to report on?
I'm very passionate about girl-child education. And this is because in my hometown, in Yola, there are fewer girls going to school than other parts of the country. And girls seem to think that they're relegated to the background. I want to see more girls shattering the glass ceiling. So I need to show to other girls in my hometown that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve. I think all of the things I went through coming to this point helped build my character, helped make me stronger. Because if I hadn't experienced some of the hardship I did experience, I wouldn't be able to stand tall in a room full of men. You know, there are fewer women in journalism in Yola, for instance. And certain times, some people would say to you, well, you're a woman, you shouldn't be here, or you shouldn't be doing this. But if you go through all of that, you have a stronger voice, and when you speak, everyone listens.
What's the one thing you remember about the late Komla Dumor?
Well, he was a very warm person, and you could feel that through the screen. You know, he was big and tall, but you still felt like he was a teddy bear somehow. And he told stories in a way that you could relate to being an African. I remember he gave a TED talk that I watched one time, and he was talking about how we need to take charge of our narrative. If we want better stories coming out of Africa, then we should be telling the stories ourselves instead of waiting for someone else to come out and tell us what it's like to be an African. So he was a really warm person, and he was telling the world about Africa, and he was a very, very good ambassador for Africa.